two old people on the couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video.
So I want to begin by sharing that Biden-Harris administration is announcing a significant new security assistance package for Ukraine.
All right, here we go, folks.
As the United States continues to support Ukraine's defense against Russia's invasion.
See if anything happens
the
today.
Security assistance package that President Biden has authorized to help Ukraine since he signed the national security.
This could be a nothing burger, or it could be big news. It includes
missiles for Ukraine's air defense systems, ammunition for high mobility artillery, rocket systems, artillery rounds, and other critical capabilities that are being drawn down from U.S. stocks using presidential drawdown authorities. It also includes new funding that the Department of Defense will use to purchase interceptors for Patriot.
Welcome in.
And NASAM air
Nana
defense
9
systems
Acres
to
and
help
James Hall.
Ukraine defend its troops.
Listen, we don't know what's going to go on here.
Russia's aerial attacks.
This could be nothing.
Support over the last few months,
or he could announce
in helping Ukraine
that he's not running for president.
That he's not, maybe resigning. We don't know yet. We thought it was
and weapons
a lot of chatter out there. That's what. A lot of chatter. A lot of chatter. So welcome all in.
Clear, the Russian offensive around Kharkiv has been a failure.
I agree, our Mountain Homestead.
And as President Biden has been clear, we are committed to continuing to stand with Ukraine until they prevail against Russian aggression. So I want to share a bit of additional updates before for all of you.
Oh, she's stuttering.
I know some of you have been trying to confirm some of this information that I'm about to share, so I'll do it right now. At the podium, the President has connected with Leader Jeffries, Senate Majority Leader Schumer, Representative Clyburn, former Speaker Pelosi, and Senator Coons. Today, President Biden taped 2 Black radio interviews that will air tomorrow morning. One is with Earl Ingram on Civic Media Network, which airs across Wisconsin, and one with Andrea
Sounds like he's not
Sanders
stepping down.
On WURD's The Source in Philadelphia.
At least as president.
As Governor Walz of Minnesota announced today, the president will meet with more than 20 Democratic governors. Now, as you know, these governors are some of our closest partners.
Maybe
when
damage
it comes
control.
To creating jobs,
Trying to hang in there.
New roads and building bridges and so much more. And so the president certainly looks forward to meeting with them. And with that, I am happy to take your questions. Sung Min.
Last night at the fundraiser, the president blamed jet lag for his debate performance, but he was back stateside for well over a week. So does he really need more than a week and a half to recover?
Good question.
From traveling in Europe, and did he really? Is that really what he thinks caused his poor performance?
So yeah, just a couple of things, and I do appreciate the question because you know the president has certainly spoken to this many times about the debate, and so he had an opportunity to do that in front of supporters.
Supposedly, the White House and Biden's team are meeting right now.
That the debate was not his best night, and he said himself, it's not an excuse, but it's an explanation. I was standing here yesterday, and many people were asking
was an
why
excuse.
and what's the explanation, and that's what
week
you heard
vacation.
From him.
Come
Well,
on now.
The two, I think, in addition to the 2 major trips, he was also continued to do his presidential duties. He worked late in doing that, and he also
burying
prepared
it
for the
deeper
debate.
there, lady.
And on top of that, there was obviously the jet lag, as you just asked about, and also he had a cold. And you all heard directly, you heard from him during the debate. He had a hoarse voice. Many of you reached out to me and my team
we
and
watched
some
the
other
debate.
members
Yeah, we know.
of the White House asking what was going on. We confirmed that he had
I don't
a cold.
think she's going to tell
And so
us
I think
anything.
those 2 things, continuing obviously
Listen,
to do his duties as
that mob
commander in
family
chief,
is going
as the
down.
president. And so I think
They're gonna have to take
some
him
of
out.
you here
He's
in
not
this
gonna
room
step
can certainly
down.
relate to what can
Hunter's
happen
been
when
joining
you're
in the
having
meetings,
an
too.
important moment
Oh
and you're
my
not
gosh,
feeling well.
I heard disturbing news today.
And also you wish
we'll
you could have
talk
done
about all
better.
that after
And
we
so he
get done
took ownership.
seeing.
I think that's
Okay.
important. And he's going to continue to make a strong case for his agenda, and that's what you're going to see. And he was given an explanation, and that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get that out there and for people to hear directly from him, as he has been doing since
Spin it, lady.
Friday
Spin
of
it.
last week.
It just seems like I know you're calling it explanation, not an excuse, but it does seem like there are new excuses since the debate of what went wrong there.
I would say I don't think it's a new excuse. I think some of your colleagues reached out to us about the schedule. some of your colleagues asked if the schedule was too strenuous or
Okay.
was it because of the jet lag.
I don't think
And
she's going to announce
And so
anything.
we
Yeah.
are laying out and explaining
So-
exactly
Unless
what
they're
happened. You heard
still
from the
trying to
president,
buy
you heard from
time
me,
to-
Well,
and
we
it was,
can
indeed
maybe let
a
fill the
a
people in
schedule
on
where,
what
you know,
we've been
the president
hearing.
traveled 6
Cut
time
her-
zones forward to
Get her outta
G7
here.
in Italy, 9 time zones back
She's just
to LA,
sticking
and
to
3
the-
time zones
to the,
forward again
narrative.
to
to
the
DC.
talking
That's something
points.
that one of the print pooler
Hold
on
on,
that
it's
day.
just- let's listen to
laid
one
out
more question,
for all
and then
of you
we'll cut
and
in.
those
Yeah,
who
blah, blah,
read-
blah.
who read
I
the pool
agree.
notes.
Dragonfly
and,
Acres.
and on top of that, he did have a cold. So it is an explanation. I don't think it is an
I've had
addition.
colds.
I don't think it's. We
still can
certainly
talk.
don't want to explain this away.
Might have a raspy voice, but I
You all
can.
asked me for an explanation yesterday.
Don't
The
lose my
president
brain.
gave that directly yesterday to his supporters. He wanted to make sure, knowing that all of you would get that information as he's speaking to his supporters last night. Sure.
You mentioned all the calls that he has made in your topper. Why wasn't he doing that on Friday? And why wasn't he doing this sort of damage control? Why was he waiting on
Okay.
doing that, waiting to do that until middle
So
of this
we'll
week?
go
I mean, look,
to us and talk
I was asked
about
a
what
similar
we've been
question by
hearing
one of your colleagues.
instead of this nonsense.
All right. We can. You want to leave this up or go full screen?
Go full screen.
All right.
Get her off of there. Turn her down. I got it in my ears, so I'll hear. I'll hear
All
if
right.
she says anything. Okay, so we're hearing reports that he's thinking about stepping down, or he's meeting with the White House. There's more calls from Obama and them. We are hearing that the ticket could possibly be Harris and Michelle Obama. That's the narrative that we're
At
hitting out
first,
there.
To start it all off,
Yes.
and that's if President Biden resigned,
Yes.
then Harris would. The only thing they can do is go to the vice president.
Right.
She resigned at the same day.
Right.
Put her over, swap somebody in, and just like they did with Nixon and Agnew and Ford got in, then maybe that one drops out and that one moves over. There you go.
Yes.
That could be a possibility. That's one scenario. There's too many people that are against him running again, even on his own party now. It's building. In Vegas, every swing state has the odds of Trump winning. Every swing, it's not just one or two or some or all but one. Every one of the swing states are now in Trump's. I believe Vegas over any other poll out there because they don't want to lose money. So they're going to say, hey, you want to go with Biden and take a risk and maybe you'll win more money, or you go with Trump and you're not even going to win 1-1. You're just only going to get 10% of your winnings, or whatever, however that works out. I don't gamble, but they're not going to lie.
Yes.
So
the poll that I saw showed that Harris and Michelle Obama had the best chance of beating Trump.
Yeah.
So they were at the top. Newsom wasn't at the top, and some other people weren't at the top. The Michigan governor wasn't at the top. But it was at the top. It was Harris, which was pretty tied, and then Michelle Obama had a better chance. But I heard that Obama is pushing for Harris to be the top of the ticket.
Yeah, because she'll do whatever they say.
Well, and if you think
she's
about
replaceable too. It'll be easy to replace her.
If you think about that, with Harris at the top of the ticket, Michelle can do technically 16 years. She can do 8 years as vice president and then 8 years as president. And that keeps Obama in there for the next 16 years.
Good.
Yes.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
But I saw,
believe if they didn't announce that he was resigning today, they already got together
and he's not going to resign?
Well, no, he might.
Oh.
They had to hash out. There's a power struggle going on right now.
There's
this mob family that's saying, old mob boss, he ain't cutting it. He's going to lose. If he loses, heck, our mob family ain't as powerful. Even though they're not top dog in the world of mob, but they're working for this mob. and they still have a lot of control with a lot of power, and they can influence a lot of money that goes to companies and stuff, you know. Just saying. So right now, they got to figure out, okay, but if we step down, we want, you know, if he resigns, then we still want to know that we're not going to get in trouble, you know, and we'll still get a little cut of the money, you know, and, you know, they'll say, okay, that'll make it all look good. If you go willingly, then it's all going to look better, you know. So they might be hashing out the deals, but you know, in mob boss families, they want the, you know, the mob boss not there anymore.
Right.
They're going to get rid of him one way or another. So maybe he's just fighting for his life and Hunter's life to keep them from just having nothing, you know. It could get really ugly. So
Right.
That's my opinion. Now all the other greedy fingers are like trying to get into the, you know, to be the mob boss. I mean, you watch the movies, you know. They'll do whatever it takes to climb their way up, you know, to that. But if you all know, once you're in the mob, you can't get out of the mob. And once, you know, and if you're top dog, that doesn't mean, high likely you might be taken out someday too. So it's a risky business out there in the mob family.
Well,
so.
One of the people that I follow is also saying that they are projecting that he may even step down from being president, which would mean that we would have President Harris.
Well, that's if he resigns.
Yes,
yeah.
if he resigns.
We just went over that whole thing.
Well, I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
You're listening to something in your ear.
I am listening to something in my ear.
Anything, just a lot of blah, 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 blah.
Just same old talking points. But I do know that they're meeting right now. And I think they won't announce anything until the market closes after today. So it will be after 3 before they announce anything in that effect, because the markets will be closed tomorrow. Not sure if the markets are closed on Friday. If somebody could find out if the markets are open on Friday, because a 4-day weekend for this would be really good.
Stock market's kind of stagnant right now. But silver, thing I've always been told to watch. Once it does a bold move, it's going to go. Well, today, they squashed it back under 30. It was like 29.50 or something like that. Well, now it's 30.80 something. It had a huge jump today. Now it's not at its highest here lately. It was at 32, but it's getting really close to 32 again. And I heard like once it starts breaking, like 34, it's gonna. Now, silver would go up if there's uncertainty. People would start dumping out of the stocks, buying silver.
Yes.
So right now, people might be moving their assets too. They might have had this meeting and said, "Hey, all heck's gonna break loose, so you might want to pull your money out, get it into something stable." Yeah. I don't know. I'm not as don't take any
don't
advice
take
from me.
financial advice from Mark for sure.
All I've been said is watch the gold and watch the silver.
But she is sticking to the talking points right now. That's all she's saying. She is sticking strictly to the talking points. I don't think, and Friday this year. Okay, the markets, thank you, Lazy Days, will be closed Thursday and Friday. So I look for an announcement being made sometime this evening, because that will give the markets 4 days to adjust to all the changes that are going on. So
this is a meeting to find out who and how it shakes down and iron out all the. They're not just in there going, well, gosh, golly, you had one bad debate. You're fine. We got your back.
Right. Well, there's more and more calls for him to step down.
Yeah, because they know. Everybody knew.
Yes.
That knows and watches him that he's been bambling and rambling for many years now. It's getting worse.
Like, what did I say? I said, well, it's surprising that they would announce it right now because the markets are still open for 2 more hours. I said that before we went live, didn't I?
So they're going to make everybody think, Dad, don't pull your money out. He says he's staying in there, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And by the time...
Yes, until 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah. and then they're gonna tell you after he resigns. Maybe
Right.
we don't know. This is all
Well, yeah.
allegedly. If he resigns, then they're gonna say they're gonna have a whole week of 4 days of the stock market being closed to tell you not to panic.
Right.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
We got this.
Everything's great.
Because if he resigns, I think everybody would run and start.
I
Checking out the
almost
money.
think he might even. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
on
know.
the fence on if
Oh.
he'll step down or stay in, but I could almost see him. He's not running anything. I mean, we
Right.
all know he's not running anything. So his staff is saying that he only functions between 10 o'clock
Oh
and
my
4
gosh.
p.m. So they're saying that he does very minimal work. Anyway,
There's no way that he's making the big decisions out there, but he's doing it. Look at that! I didn't even button my shirt. We
You
came
didn't.
in here.
button in your shirt. We just came running in here. I'm supposed to be at the movies.
Oh well.
Okay, so I think we can get out of here for now. And if something breaks this evening,
Or
we
this
will be
week,
back
yeah.
with you.
Anytime this weekend.
Yeah.
If it comes down, we hear there's going to be another announcement. We'll try to break in
Right.
and bring it to you live. We would show you that whole mumbo
Yeah,
jumbo,
she's
but
just sticking to the.
you've all heard.
She's just sticking to the talking points. She ain't announcing anything. They'll make a big announcement if that's the case. I don't know that that's the case.
I bet you're right.
Yes,
I bet
but
you're right.
it'll
They're
be
like, go
after
out
the
there,
market's
say
closed.
nothing's changing.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, we just had a big meeting.
Yes.
Going out there, tell them nothing's changing. And
Yes.
then of course during the weekend they'll be like,
If something's going to happen,
We-
it'll happen after 3 o'clock today.
he's been pressured so much.
Yes.
He's gonna step down.
Yes, it will happen after
All
3
in all.
o'clock today.
Sometime here, the switcheroo's going.
Yeah, sometime. It is. It is.
I
gonna
can
happen.
almost guarantee it. I can't guarantee it, but it is not looking good for his reelection. And if he doesn't win, well then Trump gets in, and their mob family is not going to like that.
Yeah.
They're not going to like that at all. So
All right. So
they're going to have to do something. All right.
we're gonna get out of here. Thank you for joining us on the fly. We just thought we would come on. We wanted to be in on if it was the big announcement, but
Thought it was.
I
thought
thought
it was, man.
for
But
sure.
then she
I was
called
like,
it.
I was like, no, the markets are open. They won't announce it while the markets are open.
You
for
called
sure.
it. You called it.
So if something's gonna happen, it'll happen this evening.
Yeah, they're testing the waters. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's say, love you, people.
Oh,
I
at
love
1
you too.
p.m.
Our
So it should be
mountain home.
closed now. So
Lazy
it's
Days,
closed
Lone
now.
Cowboy Adventures. Nice to have you in here.
Oh, it will be
James
open
Hall,
Friday.
again.
So it will be
Oh.
open Friday.
I don't
So
know.
they may not announce until Friday at,
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but they won't announce while the markets are open for sure.
They'll give a buffer.
Mhm.
Maybe tomorrow, where everybody's
Yes.
celebrating out on their boats,
Right.
they'll slide it
Yes.
in there.
Maybe so.
If you have a boat. I'm not saying you have a boat. Maybe you're just going to be camping.
Greta, we thought they were going to make the big announcement saying that
Yeah.
Biden was
There's a
going
lot
to
of
step
buzz.
down. A lot
There
of
was a lot
buzz
of
going
buzz.
on. Thought maybe he might even step down as
Okay,
president.
Greta. Well, we can
So
stay in here for a second
yeah.
for Greta. I mean,
Mhm. I know.
let's-
So anyway, we thought
nothing.
maybe we
Greta,
heard some
nothing.
buzz, but the markets were open. Well, they're closed now, so
But-
anytime,
Maybe we could take a phone call.
maybe.
See, we'll put that. We've been watching. She's got it in her ear,
I do have it in my ear.
and we
She's
thought,
not saying anything. She's
we
just
thought she
doing
would
the talking
give-
points.
but she's covering for him right now. Just saying, he just had one bad night. Get over
Yes.
it. So nothing changing there.
Mhm.
So, and again, if this is your first time watching us, if you're coming in on the replay, watch us at 2x speed. Not now, we're live, but for a better experience. Yeah, we might as well open up the phone.
Okay.
Let me pause it.
Just close it. I got it in my ear.
Well, oh, you got it on your lap.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
it in my
all
ear.
right. Let's just get rid of this then. Stand by. We're going to open up the phone lines. If anybody wants to call in, give their opinion.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Yeah, I have it
All right, we got that closed
going
out.
in my
Let me
ear.
turn
Yeah, everybody
on-
have a great Independence Day.
Open up the phone lines. In other words, no big news, guys. If you're just joining us
Yeah.
now, no big news.
Yeah, in one ear and out the other.
The same old, same old. All right, hold on. Almost got it.
Yeah, we're not. I don't know what's going on, but
Why? That, hold up. Yep, we got
Okay.
it.
we got it.
Got it. Let's go out to the
right.
marina.
All right. If anybody wants to call in real quick and give us your opinion on what's going on, then we would love to take your call. If I'm screaming at you, I'm sorry. Am I screaming at him?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're doing just fine.
Okay.
Got
Yeah,
it.
the briefings are a joke. We thought maybe she was going to make an announcement that was important, but she's just doing.
Refresh. There it
Ooh,
is.
she just said, why doesn't he just come out here and talk to us right now? Somebody asked. Yeah,
You would think if you wanted
Yeah.
to address everybody
Right.
that you are sharp as a tack.
right.
Now, I'm sure Mr. T would do that. He would just come out there and say, "What's wrong with all you people? I'm
Mhm.
fine."
Yes,
And we have heard the talking points too.
yes, we have.
We knew that right after the debate, all they had was, and they pass it out to the masses and the
Mhm.
mainstream media and all the people that haven't been watching or listening to everything out there, and they know the facts about what Trump has done, and you know if it's a lie or not. The talking points were, he's just a big liar, even though
Right. Mm-hmm.
you got a long laundry list
Yes.
of things that Joe Biden said that were not true. And they've come out
Yeah.
and they've said, yeah, well, that's not true. Well, that's not true.
Yeah.
So who's the big liar? I'm just saying. You can't say that.
Yes.
They just do what they want to deflect off themselves.
Okay.
Big liar.
She just said he's staying in the race.
Oh,
He just
did she?
said he's
All
staying
right.
in the race. So anyway, we
Oh,
will
wow.
see if
This-
that happens.
I don't
we
know.
will
This
see.
is going to get good, people.
It is going to get good.
Because maybe their meeting didn't go so well.
Well,
And-
or he said, I'm not dropping out. I'm worried for his
Listen,
safety.
Listen, one way or another,
If
that
he d-
mob family,
yes.
that mob family, if they want the switcheroo,
They will
get
get
the
the
switcheroo.
switcheroo.
so I cannot see them having him run unless they can really
Rig the.
people picking process. You can't
Mhm.
say it, you'll get dinged every time.
Yes.
They might
We always get dinged anyway. We don't have the
People
monetization on
picking
anyway.
process might not be on the up and up because he's losing in everything. But like I say, Vegas is where I'm looking at. Vegas has him not winning any of the swing states.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
They don't like
it's
to
up
lose
like
money,
Trump
Vegas.
getting like what 380 electoral points out of what 500?
maybe they got inside
Yeah.
information. So what they're doing is they're running to Vegas right now, and they're betting on who will replace him. They are. They're actually
They are.
They're
They are.
betting on who's going to replace him. So
Yeah.
maybe if you know who's going to replace him, hey, put a couple,
Yeah.
put about 100,000 on. We
Yeah.
don't want to look too conspicuous.
Yeah.
Throw 100,000
Mhm.
on Kamala. Okay, good. That's all I'm saying. They love
And-
their inside information.
I would not want this lady's job for all
Oh
the tea
my
in
God.
China.
You got to spin like there's
She
no
is
tomorrow.
spinning right now.
I'm glad you're taking the
Yeah.
brunt for everybody
Mhm.
out here.
I am. I think even like I have News Nation up on my thing, and they thought they were going to make an announcement too,
Yeah.
because it says right here, live White House denies reports Biden is considering dropping out. And yeah,
Yeah, that's
and I think their headline was Biden is considering dropping out when they started this live.
and then
So,
I know that, like I say, Hunter's been in on the big meetings here lately.
Oh, speaking of
And 'cause
Hunter,
They might be making a deal. Like,
I heard even more disturbing news, guys. Everybody sit
oh
down
my gosh.
on your chairs right now. I heard that the reason why Hunter wants it in so bad is Hunter wants to run for president in 2028.
Yeah, that was in the Yeah, you did come across that, which
I
is
did
ludicrous.
come across it.
Hey, they
Hunter.
the mob, you try to pass it down. The mob family likes to keep it,
Hunter.
In the family, mainly. I mean, it is not really, in a sense, their family.
Isn't
but
that Ned's
that
buddy?
dude is in big trouble if his dad ain't in there.
Well,
he
yes,
is in
but
big trouble. He would be panicking. He'd be
I heard
looking
it
at,
was even worse. He wants him in there because he wants to run. That is nuts balls.
Yeah, I didn't even think that was an
Yeah, I
option.
didn't even know that was in the cards.
It does make good paintings, though.
It does.
His
Mhm.
paintings are worth, $500,000 a painting. So, he's very talented.
hmm
And
Yes.
so are the ladies on the laptop said, you're very
Yes.
talented.
Oh my gosh. Please no.
I don't know.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying,
no.
don't look that up.
No. Don't look that
Don't
up.
look that up.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't even. I mean, that's just nuts balls. So
But
anyway.
they be asking, did you ever inhale?
Mhm.
Oh crap, man! I went way beyond that. Man, I was injecting, snorting. I was sniffing. Man, my gosh,
And okay,
inhaling. That's child's play.
Kennedy Jr. that's running. He's got some weird stuff coming out. Kennedy
Oh,
Jr. that's
I
running.
don't know if this is true. I don't even know if I should say.
Well,
I'm going to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
I saw something today.
Yeah.
Big time allegedly.
Yes.
Because I have not even come close to confirming this. But
But I've heard several people reporting it.
he was eating a said pet.
Yes.
Let's just say that,
Yeah. Yeah.
the four-legged
Yes. I've heard
that
several reports
woofs,
of that.
that
And he
says
said-
woof woof.
And he is
And he's like
saying
taking a big bite out of it.
that he
I
never
don't
said
know.
he was a saint.
He said that if he's
Oh,
got
if he
so
got
many skeletons,
Skeletons.
that if the skeletons were allowed to vote, he'd be president.
Yes.
So he's at least
Got a lot of skeletons.
at least
in the
he said
closet.
out loud like,
Yeah,
if
I
you
don't,
dig,
I don't hold skeletons against people.
if you
at
dig,
all.
you're gonna well, unless it
Yeah.
was something super illegal
Yeah,
or
don't
something.
dig in my past.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Pete's
don't look
sakes.
in my past
My
either.
past is horrible.
I
So,
don't know what
anyway,
happened to the Christmas tree lights at
Yeah,
a
you don't
certain
know.
college. I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Don't know.
But no, that was just one of the little Do we all do stupid
Oh my
things whenever we're
goodness.
young? Absolutely. We all have skeletons of one sort or another. That's why it's amazing that Trump, they keep throwing and doing and changing, laws. I said the whole word, dang it. But they keep changing all the rules and holding the courts in a certain state, all to try to get him. And he's still, still going. So I'm sure if they had skeletons on him, he would have been in trouble a long time ago. So, the guy
Yeah.
must be pretty squeaky clean, or else he'd be
The
gone.
top story on Yahoo says that Biden reportedly tells ally he's weighing future in 2024 election race. So that's the
telling you.
top of Yahoo.
It was a mighty important meeting.
It was. And yes, the governors were in on the meeting. There was going to be
23
20
of them.
20.
Something.
James said 20, so let's go with 20.
Yeah, it's roughly
Yeah.
20. That said, we want him out. Dude.
Oh no, we don't want to look. Those are probably the skeletons that voted for Biden. Don't you imagine, James? Where are the
Yeah.
skeletons in Biden's closet?
Oh my
That's how he
gosh,
became
I don't
president.
know.
Yeah.
Let's just say in the past he had to drop out of an election for saying that he was in the top half of his class and all kind of stuff. He had to drop out because once you're known to be a liar,
Yes.
and that's what they're saying Trump
Mhm.
is. Well, I don't even have to go about Trump's lie. I can go back to 1980 and start whipping off a ton of lies that Biden said, was grilled on, and had to step down from running. And in that last debate, there was some obvious ones. Military members have passed away during his tenure. I mean, that's a big one right there. That I just throw that one out as an example of things that are not true that he said.
Yeah. She's being transparent, though. This lady.
Let's talk about it. Remember,
lady.
I miss
She's transparent.
the Democrats are always good at their things like they're not transparent, but they're like, we're going to run on transparency. That's all we heard under Clinton. Was it Clinton? Yeah, it was Clinton. Or was it Obama? No.
It was when Obama was in.
Okay, yeah.
It was when Obama was transparency.
We're going to open up the books. We're not going to redact nothing. And then, man, they just closed the book even more. There's no transparency during that 8-year reign.
No.
Now, what was Clinton's keyword, thing?
Clinton?
Yeah, Hillary. Whenever she was
Hillary?
running.
I don't know.
Oh, fact check. Fact check. She started the whole fact check thing so that she would say, don't look at many sources to find out if it's true or not. Go directly to my site and I will fact check what he says for you and imprint in your brain what you should perceive as facts. That's what the whole fact. Transparency, facts. Yeah.
She just called.
Very true, James.
Vice President.
I'm not even going to mention that on YouTube,
Harris,
James, but yes.
The future of the Democratic Party.
Oh, she did?
She did. The future of. Like, after Biden.
After 4 more years?
Yes, after 4 more years.
Good gosh,
yes.
That's a good reason to change the ticket right there.
Yes, it is.
Wait, what is her thing now? Don't bother about...
Oh, something about the past.
Don't be burdened about the past. Just think about what. Here, let's go full screen. Don't be burdened about the past. Look what we can accomplish in the future. She's said it a million times in all her speeches.
That's what her go-to now.
And then what you just go, oh
it's
gosh,
gonna
golly,
be her
that's
campaign slogan.
Oh my. And then she smiles afterwards, like, boy, does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
That was a slick saying I came up with.
Yes.
I'm not even going to tell you anything I'm going to do. I'm just going to talk to you about the past and what the future might be. But I'm not going to explain the past or the future. It just sounds really good. So I sound intelligent. There you go. I thought maybe if we did that on Two Old People, maybe our ratings will go up. Forget about the burdens of the past. Think about what we can do
to the
push
future.
Forward to the future.
Yes.
All right, we got a call coming in.
Yeah, Ken's calling.
We're trying, Ken.
Call from
Ken Star Lone Cowboy.
To accept.
What's up, Ken?
I don't know. I watched about 5 minutes of that deal, and I just can't believe she actually believes what she's saying.
She doesn't. Well, she doesn't. She just has to. She just gets paid big dough to stay on script. And you just got to find somebody that doesn't matter if they know the truth or not. They just got to spin it out there. And, I'm sure she goes back there. She's like, oh, my gosh, I had to lie.
Well, the thing is, and you guys just said that the vice president is the future, right? Okay. Well, if they fudge the election results like they did before and keep Trump out of the office, something's going to happen where he's going to have to. They're going to take him out, because I don't believe that the Democratic Party actually supports our current leadership.
Nah, I think it's really hard because
there's a lot of cause for him to step down.
Jill is trying, for her family's sake, for Hunter's staying safe, and just to protect her husband. And she might like the power more than all of them. It might be her saying he's not stepping down, and they're just doing it because once they're down, they're done, man. I'm telling you what, this family is going to be roasted for all the, things in the past, man. So they're trying to go out. They might just say you're going to have to, they could have got in there and just said, take us, whatever you have to do, but we're not dropping out. Or they hashed out a deal. I'm going with maybe a deal that we will find out here in the near future.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't I don't get it, man. I don't see how the American people can reelect this guy,
No.
and or even support him after seeing the first debate. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't give him the benefit of the doubt, but I was hoping for a better outcome in the debate. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way he's gonna make it another 4 years. There's no way.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
And
Our economy can't take it.
now see.
I see it in the freight business every day.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, the economy, I mean, you just got to look at all the pharmacies, everything's closing. Lots of restaurants.
Right.
It's getting bad out there, and back to good kind of said Ken that the 24th will be the card now was that a slip of the finger? Is it the 24th or the 25th? Will be the card that they wait to play, and they say until after the people play. So like get them to November,
get him
reelected.
Oh my gosh, no.
and then do the switcher. That's what I thought they were going to do last.
Yeah, I thought they wouldn't let him be in there this long back to good.
I thought the last people picking process, they would get him elected. He'd serve a month to a year, and then they would, do the switcheroo.
Right.
So I can't believe it's waited this long, but that is a good possibility too. That's one of the possibilities out there.
Yeah.
I can tell you this: the freight rates are down 25 to 50%, and the truckers, owner operators, and the truckers are not going to make it another 4 years with the freight rates like this.
Well,
The only people that are making any money are the actual beef producer butchers, and they're passing on to consumers. And you better stock up now. You better know somebody that raises beef and start buying some beef before this winter hits, before the election hits. Because if this guy stays in another 4 years, we haven't seen nothing yet.
oh, I know. Yeah. Well,
And I admit it, I need to go stock up on some bunch of canned goods and whatnot. I don't have time. We don't have time to raise garden or whatever.
no, yeah. You got to be there 24/7 to make sure you water them and get rid of all that. Put a fence up to keep it's a lot of money.
Right.
Especially if it's just one or two of you, because
Right.
it's really actually, in my opinion, cheaper. I know it's not the best food. It sucks.
Right.
Homegrown's the best, but it's cheaper for me to go down and buy a can of corn than me growing it myself. I know that sounds I'm going to say that sounds crazy, but it's true. It's cheaper.
And my son-in-law, he works for a big corn bean producer, and he said, and they own restaurants, and he said the restaurant industry is going to be hurting even worse because the cost of their food and stuff to prepare has gone up 50%. So they got to pass that on the consumer.
I know we don't.
And a $500,000 tractor is now $1 million.
Yeah, and you can't fix it if it breaks.
We've been kind of eating our stocked up canned goods that we stocked up when the pandemic hit that we didn't eat then. And so we have a lot of canned goods and boxed foods and a freezer full of meat. So that's what we've been eating with the high prices.
And whenever you said the independent trucker is going to fold, well, we know one, or we probably know more, but the other brother, Ryan, he already had to get rid of his trucking, his independent trucking, and go on the road for a big company. So he's like, man, you can't make a dime doing it yourself. You'll just lose money trying to be your own independent trucker. So.
Right. And everyone I've talked to that drive a truck or that farm said, I always ask that question: were you better off 5 years ago than what you are now? Oh, you darn right I was.
Yeah, absolutely.
He says, I don't know if we can survive another 4 years if this clown stays in.
Heck, I think what they pulled off in 2020 was to do something nefarious that I can't talk about or else we'll get dinged huge. And just think of that. All this corruption and everything for them to be able to do cost me my job 4 years ago. So there you go. I mean, nobody's better off, I don't think.
It's all about control from the government.
Yep. You are right.
So I don't know. I learn something every time I talk to you guys. So.
Well, don't listen to
Well,
us. Kid.
this
No,
was just like
don't
breaking
listen.
so fast. It
Yeah,
was just
like
like
all of a
breaking
sudden.
all of a sudden.
They said, "Oh, they're going to be
Yeah.
a press meet." I'm like, "Oh man!" So it was the option B.
And they
Option
thought
A was
too.
they're going to say that they're going to do something. Option B was to try to calm the people down to say, at least for now, like make everybody
Yeah.
believe nothing's changing, people. Everything's fine. And it was B.
What I got a kick out of when she said, "Well, you know, he was in such and such and such. He talked to hundreds of people," and I thought, "Oh wow, he talked to hundreds of people when the guy we support talks to tens of thousands of people."
Yeah.
What's that tell you?
I mean, again, I'm just saying, use your brain, people. If you go,
Right.
you know, if you say, okay, let's say this singer's really good, and they're packing arenas, right? And then you say this singer's good, you know, and they can't get 3 people to come, you know, and listen to them sitting down in a bar, you know.
Right.
I'm gonna say the other guy's probably better, you know. I'm just common sense says. You know, now it could be massive marketing, yada yada yada. But come on, people would if they really, really, really wanted Biden to be, you know, their president, they would go out of their way, like the Mr. T supporters are doing, to say yes, we have to have this guy. I mean, these people are saying we got to get rid of this. You know, we got to clean up, you know, and get our country back online. People are passionate about that. They're showing up.
Yep. All right, you guys. I'm back on the road.
All right. Safe travels, Ken.
I had to wait a little while to get turned around, so y'all stay out of trouble.
Okay, we
right.
will. We will.
All right. Talk to you later.
Good to talk to you.
We'll see you later.
Say bye.
Say bye.
Yep. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, if you're still in the chat, put 1 if you think that Biden is going to hang on to the bitter end and stay in the race and the presidency. Put 2 if you think he's going to announce that he's stepping down from either one or both.
And then comment after the show too. Once you
comment after the show. If you're listening to this after the show at 2 times speed,
like
say 1 if you think they're going to stay in until the bitter end, or 2 if you think he's going to step down.
Even if you're watching us now,
everybody seems to be
just
thinking he's going to stay into the bitter end, that he's not. I worry for his safety if he doesn't do what they want him to do. There are more and more people calling for him to step down. The Democrats.
It's out of the bag now.
Yeah, the Democrats, the press.
Listen,
everybody is calling for him to step down.
Out of the bag. So now whenever it happens again, they're going to say, well, you knew this and you let him stay in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to look really bad.
Slippers?
It's going to look bad if you do, you know.
Uh-huh.
So they have to, I think they have to have a plan. It's probably coming out in a week or maybe a week, maybe a month. But they have to come out.
We thought he was trying to get him past the
convention.
The convention.
Yeah.
That's what we think. They're trying to get him past the convention.
And they still might be. But again,
I don't even know if he can make it.
Already that were snowballed by his condition, right, are already saying, well, you knew, you know, just like the fireball that's supposed to hit Nashville.
Right.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They said you knew and you didn't tell us.
Yeah.
Right? That was this lady's dream. I don't want to get into it, but it's the same thing. We've been telling you.
I just think it's funny how
but the people are going to be mad. They're going to be like, you said he was fine.
Yeah.
Sharp as a tack. And now look at him.
Yeah.
He's not. You lied to us.
Yes. There's no way he's running the country for sure.
So they got
Thank goodness for that, right? Thank goodness that he is not running the country.
Some of the people right now are saying, I ain't taking the fall for this. I'm not going to lie and make myself look stupid anymore, you know? We've been covering for him.
You think he's going to stay in until he gets reelected. I just don't know that he's going to be reelected at this point. I think they might be forced to put in somebody else.
Man, it's
He's
tough.
got a big hill to climb.
It's
right
all
now.
out there in the open. I'm just thinking they are in panic mode right
yes,
now.
Yes. Back to good. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that projection.
No, we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And like I said, I thought the
I like that.
switcheroo was going to happen
Yeah. I just don't know if he has 5 months
earlier
in
on.
him.
All I know is 11 months ago, I said it was a go because they knew. Like he was already mumbling, stumbling. So 11 months ago, I said, I don't know when or how, but it will happen. That's been my prediction, that there's no way. I don't think he can, man, even with a lot of nefarious stuff with the picking people process, they can push him across the winning line. So I still say they have to do it prior to that. And I think the mob boss leaders had already said that 11 months ago. They're just waiting and biding to do it at their time and place.
Well, we had always heard that they have to get him to be the nomination at the convention, and once that's set in stone, they can take him out
put
and
in whoever
move
they
people
want
around
as
without
president. Yeah,
asking anybody.
doesn't have to be vice
Mhm.
president. They can just pass the vice president and slap somebody else in there. I don't know how it all works out.
You can say 25th Amendment, I think. We don't even have this monetized, so you can say whatever you want. As long
Good
as we
God,
don't get a
everybody on the
strike.
internet should be talking about the 25th Amendment by now. My gosh, it's been an option. Heck, they were saying they should use it on Mr. T way back when.
They did.
And he said, be careful. It might boomerang on you.
Yes, it might boomerang on you. Yes.
I personally want Biden to run again.
I know. At this
Just
point,
so-
I want him to make it past the
He's a for
election
sure
because I don't think he'll
beatable.
win. Yeah.
Yeah, he's for sure beatable.
Hey, little Frenchie.
So,
We're just talking. We thought they were going to do a press conference at the White House, and it would be the big announcement that he was stepping down. But we're starting to think he's digging in his heels.
thought he had a good walk to the park.
Hey,
Got to
cruising
chase
scene.
2 squirrels.
Uh-huh.
Put one up a telephone pole without a wire, so it was just hanging out there. Then it panicked, came down while Dottie just walked a smidge away and said it's worth the challenge to get over to the tree. And then she treed another squirrel. So she had a good day at the park.
Well, little Frenchie, there's a lot of talk about Biden stepping down, and he was meeting at the White House with a lot of people and the governors later, and there was a lot of talk about that he was considering stepping down from the election or the election and the office. So I even saw one report talking about we could have a president, Harris. We could have a President Harris tomorrow.
Never mind. Get out.
So that's what we're talking about.
What was I trying to do? I shrunk it out. I was going to show you.
Yeah.
Her face, she
I
does
think
not
they
look.
would.
Jean Pierre, whatever her name, the press secretary.
Well, she's getting.
Oh, she looks like she's having a
Yeah.
bad day. She's
Yeah.
tilting her head and
I
just
know.
like, oh.
It's a bad.
Yeah, you're right, but I gotta lie. Yeah, you're right, but I
Mhm.
gotta lie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I can't answer that, but I will. I'll spin it.
There's a lot at stake. That's all she's saying.
I wouldn't.
So it's all right.
I mean,
So that's what we were talking about, little Frenchie, because I even saw somebody reporting that we might have a President Harris tomorrow. So get ready. So the top ticket choices that I'm seeing are Harris moving up to the top of the ticket and Michelle Obama as vice president. So that's what I'm hearing the most of right now.
Newsom's got.
I haven't been hearing Newsom.
Newsom's a white person, of male, straight.
I think they
Caucasian,
will
so he's
pull some women votes. They'll probably pull some minority votes if they went with that ticket. I do think. I know, Ann. Let's hope not, for sure. Let's hope not. Yeah, but that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. We definitely hope that Smoky Mountain blessed. Hopefully you're back on your feet here soon.
Yeah, I hope
Prayers
that
for you.
Yeah, I hope that you're feeling a lot better and healing up there. Yeah. So prayers for you, for sure. Joy. Lots of prayers. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Lou, I don't know, Lou, man. It's getting crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he street eagle? Who knows? He doesn't fit the bill to.
Oh.
There's gonna be a lot of upset people if they overshoot a female.
Yeah, minority.
Minority.
And push her out of the way, and I think that's what they're.
I think Newsom's
that's what they're
out of the question.
That's
right
what
now.
they're dealing with right now. Is if they push her out of the way to put in other people, then they'll have heck to deal with.
Or will they say, "Well, you picked her as the vice, as eligible to take over if I'm not here," and then you're gonna say I'm not eligible to take over? You lied to us. You lied about his mental stability. Then you lied that she was viable for being the president. What else have you lied about? So they almost have to switch her for a little while up to the main
Cruising
position.
Scene, if you come back and catch another live when I'm on our channel, instead of listening to this, I will make you a moderator. The same with Greta and somebody else that was in here that was not a moderator already, because our motto is you come to our channel, you get to be a moderator. So anyway, I'm just not on my channel right now because I'm listening to this lady. I'm listening to this lady right now. So anyway, I really think that Harris moving up, because actually Obama will be in charge still, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't even necessarily.
So you'll have 8 years with Michelle Obama as vice president.
It goes way above these people.
And then Obama's not even really in charge.
It goes way above these people.
It goes way past these people. Yes, it does. It does.
The big happy family running the world right now.
Yeah, it is.
It's half the world. I would have to say, I'll give you my theory again. There's this mob family that's pretty much in control of the Western world. And then there's this mob family that's in charge of the Eastern world. And, they're duking it out right now.
Yeah,
the
they
two
are duking it out.
Mob families are duking it out right now. And they both want control of the whole world.
Somebody in this chat just said, why doesn't Biden just come out here and talk to the reporters? Right?
Yeah, that's
what they are saying. Why doesn't he just come out?
Somebody to say, I am fine. I'm sharp as a tack. They tried to right after the debate. That was a disaster because Jill did all the talking there too. So there you go. I mean, he did. He said, and he said a couple things.
Our normal time is we go live on Saturday mornings at 8:30 Central Time. So if you come here then you will be a moderator. Along with Greta. I've seen Greta in here before and the other person.
If you want to see how our show...
Rockefellers. It's actually the central banks that control the world.
Yeah.
But,
Central
and the wars,
CB, yes. Whoever
everything.
controls those are the actual ones in charge. Yes.
Yeah, Dink and Tank, I'm about to have some popcorn. We're going to the movies.
If you go to our main page, hit the live tab. We don't do too many videos, except for I've been doing some solar. Hit the live tab.
Yes.
And then you can watch and you'll see how our format goes. And if you like us, and remember, watch us at 2 times speed. If you're watching the replay, we sound much better, and you'll get the information in half the time. We do an hour show, so you only waste 30 minutes of your time. Go check us out. And if you like it, say, hey, you're right. I like it. Or say, nah, you guys are whacked.
Yeah, we are whacked. But that's another story. Lou was the one that taught us about the 2 times speed thing.
Yeah, he said, man, I just watched you. First 1.5. He said, you guys are much better at 1.5. And I was like, he's right. I can't. And then I got my brain trained to do 1.5. And I was like, let's step it up and go to 2. And it's actually entertaining at 2. It's just we move along at a better rate. Our timing is better at 2 times speed.
A lot of people in this chat are saying, that he's just telling a bunch of lies and stuff like that. So there is a lot of people waking up to the fact that Biden hasn't been running this country for sure. I mean, that's one thing we can all agree on. Thank goodness.
We try to do a common sense approach to what's going on in the world. We research everything. A lot of things I would have said were wacky as all get out years ago. are all coming true. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, you know. And I woke up, and so I'll talk about a lot of the things that we do. And, you know, we'll glean information from different people,
Yes.
but we'll try to get enough information.
Oh, Greta.
Nobody
that's
knows
so sweet.
what's going on. Nobody has inside intel.
Uh-huh.
But what we can do is pick this, and try to do a common sense, like, how are they going to shake out this, you know, switcheroo? I can almost guarantee you, though, the switcheroo will be in. I just don't know how exactly they're going to do it.
Trying to get.
Yeah, you wish you... Greta Dice says she wishes we did a
know.
2-hour show.
I know.
Wow.
She's very sweet.
Very nice. You will definitely be a moderator on the next show.
Well, I'm getting to our channel now.
Oh, she's
I got
okay.
tired.
Stand by. You are going to be a moderator. You get to be a moderator. You get to be a moderator. But we don't like, we try to tell all our moderators, don't block anybody. Unless they're like cussing or something like that. If you get in here and we get somebody, we want to hear all sides. Even if we don't agree with it, all we ask to all the moderators is let everybody have their opinions, and we will contradict them, or we'll say you have the right to have that opinion. The best, you know, advice we got is, you know, in one of the comments is, you two are completely ignorant and ridiculous, right?
Yes.
And we said,
and we are.
we can't argue with that. Yeah.
We are. Sometimes we can be.
I don't know if yeah, you nailed it. Yeah. So yeah, we take all criticism, and heck, you know, it just, we're
Okay.
fine.
I made everybody moderators now. So anyway.
Switch out. Okay, Ryan says, I don't see how they can switch out anybody and it be legal. But of course, when did
Yeah,
they?
that's probably true.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
trying to. Well, what were they talking about the Supreme Court today? Like,
Oh, they want to
get rid of them. Like,
yeah,
like
they
3
want
of
to
them.
kick them out.
We want to keep the ones that we agree with.
Yeah.
Get rid of the ones
Yes.
that don't.
Yes.
You can't do that. That's
They
not
want
the way it
to
works.
what is it that they want to do? What is it called?
Impeach them
Impeach them. They want to impeach people off of the Supreme Court.
because they
and get
didn't
them off the
vote
Supreme
their
Court.
way. Well,
Yeah.
shoot, you know,
Yes, I am the.
I wish
I
I
am
could
the
do,
Oprah
like,
Blue
let's say
Wrenches.
if
It's all I have.
I went to a court,
hmm
and before I got to the court, I said, "Are you on my side?" Yeah, yeah. In the jury, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, these 3 aren't. Out with you guys. Put in 3 of my family members.
Yeah, I'm like,
You
I had
can't.
to deal with a lot of rulings that I didn't agree with for the
That's not
last 50 years.
We're a republic,
Right?
but they say, you know, to defend the democracy,
Mhm.
we have to force out some of the Supreme Court
yeah,
judges. It's like, what are you talking
No.
about? That's
you can't do that.
that is the worst democracy thing
Yeah,
I've ever
mhm,
heard.
that I've ever heard.
They were put in there, they were vetted, and they were voted in.
Mhm.
You know, so whether you
Yes.
like it or not, that's what I mean. And I have not liked a lot for 40
Mhm.
years. You know, ever since I've been able to think politics, I have not liked most of the, you know, stuff that these people are doing. But till God,
Till God comes back.
big X factor here, people. If
Yes.
you watch our show, I've got the armor of God on, and one day he's gonna get. They say in the Bible, the worst thing you can do is probably mock God, and these people are mocking him so bad that he's just sitting back going, "Oh man, just it's like poking Russia, poke, poke, poke." But you're gonna poke God, and he's gonna say, "I'm done with this mob family. I'm done with this mob family. All these poor people that have been pillaged and taken all their tax money and or suppressed, living out in a hut in the middle of nowhere because, you know, we don't want them to have any power." He's going to come back, and it's going to be like, it's coming someday. I just don't know when. I'm not saying it's going to be my lifetime or not. It sure seems like a lot of things are fitting into that. So I don't know. That's my weird I mean, it's not my weird wacky. I just know God's got this all on his time. So, and he's going to take care of us. Put on the armor of God. And, you know, heck, you know, if I always say,
Okay,
I
she's
can't.
done.
What's going on?
She's done.
Who?
That lady that was
Oh,
talking.
okay.
The
Look
White
at her.
House
Ooh, look.
briefing person.
She's saying one more thing. Now stop it. No. That was uncalled for. I'm out of here. I'm just lip syncing for her. Oop, they're shutting the door. Like, oh, shoo. Let's go get a drink, she
Okay.
said.
Yes, I know. She did say.
Oh my gosh, where's the whiskey?
I know. Okay, well, we did a whole hour here, so we should let these
I
good
heard-
people go.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we'll probably do another live
Republic,
if
that's right.
if something breaks,
Ryan, yes, you're right. We
especially
are a
on
republic.
this, because this would be huge.
Yeah.
But I guess the market is closed right now, and it will reopen on Friday. Lazy Days said, and so
Keep your eye on
maybe-
silver and gold. If it makes bold moves
yeah, they might be
Then-
trying to get him to the
Listen.
convention.
on either the good side or bad side, I don't know which, right? Either way, if gold starts, there's major moves going on behind the curtains. So watch that silver pricing. It's a good day for silver today. I didn't check. You check gold today, Miss?
I
Deb?
didn't check gold, but
All I
we
know
will.
is silver is having a great day, running back to close to its all-time high. So that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. I think if silver goes up, I think the good guys are winning. That's all I'm going to say about
Okay,
that.
that's what you think.
All
All
right.
right, so we're going to get out of here. So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared. Hi, Amanda. Come back next time and you'll be a mod.
Go
We just
rack us back
Yeah.
up. Hit the 2x speed button and watch our show at 2x speed and
For
come
better
visit us
experience.
on Saturday at 8:30 Central a.m. for our morning show, which is just a couple days away. And come and join us, and Debbie will make you a moderator.
I will make you a moderator
All
for
right.
sure.
All
So
right.
anyway, until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared. I already said that.
I know. But
Yeah.
you have to say a couple words anyways before
Yeah.
we
Have a
stop
wonderful
this.
day. Everybody have a safe and happy 4th of
Happy
July.
4th of July.
I'm about to go to the movies with the grandkids.
Let's hopefully we're supporting freedom here for a little
Yeah.
while longer.
Hopefully so.